Okay, so welcome back. It is still pouring outside. My hair is now wet, pulled back, but everything's set up. So we're good. We're good. So we're going to go right back to our book. Chapter 5, Poof. Liza tugged on Eddie's coat. "Take off your coat," she said. "Great Uncle George is going to do his magic act now." Melanie and Howie followed Liza and Eddie downstairs to their basement. "Cool," Melanie said. "It's magical down here. Wow, Great Uncle George must have done all of this," Liza said. "It doesn't even look like our basement anymore. I wish my bedroom looked like this," Howie said. Twinkling stars hung from the ceiling. A round moon shone above their heads. Fog covered the floor so that the kids couldn't even see their feet. It's pretty cool. Liza's relatives were crowded into the basement waiting for the show to begin. "Where's Great Uncle George?" Liza asked. Eddie didn't care about Great Uncle George. His eyes were glued to the table full of chips and dip. "Snacks," he yelled. "That's what I've been looking for." Poof! A puff of smoke filled the room before Eddie could grab a snack. When the smoke had cleared, a man stood at the foot of the steps. Eddie knew exactly who it was, the turkey chef. He was still wearing his baggy apron, but he wasn't carrying any food. Instead, his right hand held a shiny glass ball. He plunked the glass ball down on an empty table. "I can't wait to see the show," Liza whispered to her friends. Liza's great uncle threw glittering dust across the room. It floated over everybody's head. Can you hear the big trucks? Mind you, we are on the top of the hill. We have a little plateau up here, and the road is way beneath us, so everything shakes when big trucks go by. I don't get it. Our trucks don't even make that much noise out here. "I shall begin by telling fortunes," Great Uncle George said, "and I'll start with you." He pointed right at Eddie. Chapter 6, Crystal Ball. "Me?" asked Eddie. "I'm not sure I want to have that magician tell my fortune." "He doesn't look like a magician," Howie said softly as he nudged Eddie towards Great Uncle George. "He looks like a wizard." "No way. Wizards wear big hats and robes with pockets full of potions, and they carry magical wands," Eddie said. "Well, he is wearing a hat," Howie said. "He does have an apron with big pockets," Melanie pointed out, "and he waves that wooden spoon like a wand," Liza added. Eddie crossed his arms over his chest and said, "I don't believe he's a magician or a wizard. He's nothing but a turkey chef." Great Uncle George smiled. "Perhaps I can cook up something special for you," he said. "Sit at the table and look into my crystal ball." Eddie rolled his eyes. When the chef waved the wooden spoon over the glass ball, Eddie plopped into the chair and folded his arms over his chest. The glass ball turned the color of milk, as Great Uncle George said, "Flibber flabber, Misha Masha, Pizzle Pozzle Pop, your future is clear. Like a night of long ago, you will come to the aid of a lady in need." That's a heck of a guess. "Me? Help a girl?" Eddie sputtered. "Never!" He jumped up so fast he knocked into the table. The glass ball wobbled. It toppled. Then it rolled slowly towards the edge of the table. Chapter 7, A Fake. Great Uncle George dove for the ball. He caught it just before it hit the floor. He saved the ball, but he landed right on top of the table. Splat! The table, the ball, and Great Uncle George fell flat onto the floor. "Oh, Eddie," Liza said as she helped her great uncle off the floor. "I didn't do anything," Eddie argued. "Yes, you did," Melanie said. "None of this would have happened if you had remembered your manners," Howie pointed out. "No harm done. My crystal ball is still working fine," Great Uncle George said. Eddie couldn't believe his friends were blaming him. He pushed his way to the snack table as Great Uncle George began to tell Howie's fortune. "You will be a football star," Great Uncle George told Howie. Eddie groaned. Howie might be the smartest kid in the second grade, but he could never beat Eddie at football. Oh, sounds like somebody's getting jealous. You jealous? Eddie was eating his third helping of chips and dip when Great Uncle George told Liza's fortune. "Because of you, trouble will come to you and your friends." Eddie rolled his eyes. Liza never did anything wrong. She didn't even know how to spell the word trouble. Melanie was having her fortune told when Eddie filled his plate for the fourth time. I see a soccer game. But you were not there, Great Uncle George told Melanie. Eddie laughed out loud. Everybody knew that Melanie wouldn't miss a game for anything. Your great uncle is a fake, Eddie said as the kids got ready to play pin the feathers on the turkey. Suddenly, someone screamed from upstairs. It's ruined! Thanksgiving is ruined! And I think I'm going to leave off because it is almost 7 and I can see people coming in. They're a little early, but, we're going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I will continue reading this when I get home. Everybody have fun.